Hey, I'm Mike Michener. I appreciate watching Mondays with Mike. We've been in the book of Joshua at church, and yesterday we shared how Joshua told the Israelites, hey, consecrate yourself, for tomorrow God's going to do wonders among us. The wonders that God did was actually, he put the Ark of the Covenant about almost a mile in front of all the people over on the edge of the riverbank, and as the priests came down to the riverbank, it dried up. A greater miracle than at the Red Sea. The Red Sea is a still body of water, but this was a river flowing, and it backed up the river so that the Israelites could cross over to go face the enemy and see God at work. But he said, I want you to take some stones out of the river, and I want you to build 12 stones into a memorial, so that when your children and your grandchildren and subsequent generations come by, you have an opportunity to tell them what I did for you, because we often forget what God did for us in previous years or decades or even centuries ago. And so he wants us to remember that, and he wants us to pass what he did on to the next generation. And I'm a grandparent now, and I'm more keenly aware than ever before that we have to be diligently pursuing prompting our children and grandchildren to be saying, hey, can you tell me about your God? I shared how Lisa Miller and her husband Mark have a basket in their home, and when they go on a trip, they take a stone. They mark the stone with what God did significantly in their life for that event or that vacation or whatever, and they put it in the basket. The basket's at home, and now when their grandchildren are coming to their house, they can pull the stones out and they can say, oh, I remember when God did this for your mom and dad. Oh, I remember when God did this for your grandpa and grandparents, and pass the faith on to the next generation. And I want to encourage you, think about what it is you can do to set up some type of memorial to celebrate what God has done for you, whether it's a wondrous, miraculous thing like stopping the river up, or just some common everyday occurrence where a check comes in the mail and God provides for you. But be passing your faith on to the next generation. It's more critical than ever before. I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike. I'll see you next week. And never forget, you're greatly loved.